The winter chill is beginning to set in many parts of the country, and parts of North Carolina where Hurricane Helene slammed people, they're really suffering. Earlier today, Samaritan's Purse conducted an airlift mission to provide winter clothing and supplies to residents of the Batcave community, which is in western North Carolina. The supplies delivered today were provided by two California-based business owners, Kirsten Harrison, the founder of Kuyu Hunting Company, and Dan and Agatha Gettner of Gettner Capital Management. And the coordination of today's efforts were aided by South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem. South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem, President and CEO of Samaritan's Purse, Reverend Franklin, they both join me. Good evening to both of you. I'm going to start first, you, Reverend Graham, ask you what you did today, and then Governor Noem, I want to know what you thought, because this is your first, you're taking a look at it today. So tell me, Reverend Graham, what did you do today?
Greta, we went to an area called Batcave. This was just above Lake Lure, and this whole community was just wiped out. Very few buildings are remaining. The water just, there was a very narrow part of the mountains, and so the water just took everything away. So we were there helping the people of this area with winter clothing. This is one of the big needs, is winter clothing. And so Kuyu, they came up with the owner, and she gave this at a great discount, and others came forward with the money and bought it. We came to distribute it. And to have Governor Noem with us it was very special that she cared enough to come all the way from South Dakota to be a part of this. As a matter of fact, she's the one who set this up. She called me on Monday and said she wanted to do this, and could we do it? So it's up. I mean, she did it. We're so grateful to God for her, and she brought Don Jr. and some others with her. It was a great day, Greta, and these people were encouraged.
Governor Noem, actually floods probably aren't particularly unusual to you. I mean, I don't know if you're old enough, but 1972, Rapid City got hit by, it's Rapid City, South Dakota, got hit by terrible floods. About 240 people died. That was just the beginning. So I imagine that this is sort of near and dear to your heart especially. But tell me what you thought looking today.
You know, it really is, Greta. This year, South Dakota got hit with a 1,000-year flood. It was an area that impacted over a dozen counties in South Dakota, but we lost homes, and it was a smaller scale than something like this, but devastating for those families. We ended up building a levee across our interstate in just hours to stop a wall of water and protect an entire city. But so it was interesting to me because ever since Hurricane Helene hit North Carolina, the people of South Dakota have been saying, what can we do to help? What can we do to help? And I was here in North Carolina a couple weeks ago and talking to a couple of people and talking to Dan and Agatha Genter about this. And people kept telling us that these families would need winter clothing. It's going to get chilly up in the mountains, and it's going to get cold this winter, and that would be helpful. So I called up my friend Kirsten and asked her if she'd be willing to donate some of her great clothing. And we made it happen today, and the person on the ground to contact to make sure the right families get the help is obviously Franklin and Samaritan's Purse. They're just doing miraculous work here to meet the needs of people. And this all came together, Greta, in just 4 days. So that's what I think we can do better than the government can do, is immediately meet people's needs.
Indeed, and I tip my hat to those two California companies. Reverend Graham, Samaritan's Purse has handled so many disasters all over the world. Now it's in your backyard, essentially. How long do you think this recovery, this help is going to have to go on?
Greta, Samaritan's Purse will be involved probably for 3 years at least, because after this phase of helping people clean up and find their stuff and try to find them temporary housing, those kinds of things, providing winter clothing, the next phase is trying to help those people that didn't have insurance to help them rebuild a home. And that's going to be a big deal, and that's something that's going to take a while, but we're going to do it. And there'll be hundreds of, we're planning probably 1,000 houses that we'll have to build.
And it's, you know, it's just shocking. I mean, there's one story that we haven't reported on, but I've wanted to report on a Ukrainian family that left Ukraine because of the war. And they've made their way all through Europe, finally got to Miami, then up to North Carolina, and then 4 members of their family were wiped out, were killed in this. Governor Noem, I take it that you thank this California people, those two, for the people of North Carolina and for the rest of us for helping all of us.
Yeah, they felt blessed by today to be out there. They both said to me they felt like their lives were changed today.